Welcome to Mechanic Garage. Here we're going to show you a common problem you see with a Mercedes. This is the 3.0 turbocharged twin turbo engine. This is the V6, also known as the M276 engine. And one common problem with this, because these are direct injection, the fuel does not go and clean up the valves basically, because when you have injection in front of the valves, like with the older not non-high fuel non-direct injection engines, you typically have fuel spraying right here, which then it kind of keeps those valves clean. But with this one, what happens with these is if fuel is sprayed directly into the cylinders, and then here these valves never get any sort of, other than air, they don't get any other cleaning, and you can see they get really dirty. You can see the valve right there, and look how much carbon built up is on that. So this engine right here had a cylinder misfire on cylinder 5, and it was intermittent, and it did more, you notice it more at idle, but it would come and go, and it was, after replacing like spark plugs and everything else that you could think of, the only thing that was left was to suspect that the valve was not closing properly on that cylinder 5. So what we did, now without removing, we're doing another repair here, but what we did about 20,000 miles ago, without removing the intake manifold, we sprayed some carbon built-up cleaner. You want to do that with the engine running, and you do it very slow because you don't want to flood the cylinders with and hydrolock them or anything like that. So spray that really slow. They usually have instructions on the back, and then you then go and wait about 15-20 minutes for it to do its thing. And it definitely helped, because this engine was, check engine light was on for cylinder 5 misfire, was constantly on, and then after that, after we did that a couple of times, then that went away. It would come, but very rarely that check engine light will come for P305, and it would definitely decrease that misfire significantly. So it's been 20,000 miles, and what I would recommend is every 25,000 miles to run fuel injector. I'm sorry, not fuel injector cleaner, but to run carbon built-up cleaner through the intake manifold, not to put anything through like the fuel system and all of that, because that's being injected directly in the cylinders. That's not going to clean your valves. But put it through the air intake, disconnect one of the air hoses. In this case, we on this one, we basically remove that sensor right there, and then we sprayed carbon built-up cleaner through that, and then eventually went through the procedure, and you could see like there's a lot of smoke that will come out from the back when you are running the engine. But yeah, that did work. It's not ideal. The ideal thing to do is you have to replace the head and then clean those valves, but that's a very expensive job. So carbon buildup cleaner, if you do that regularly, every about 20,000 miles, even before you have symptoms, because when you have symptoms, then things are gotten pretty bad. But we recommend to do that more frequently. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching Mechanic, where you can be the mechanic.